Most millionaires are made in the cryptocurrency bear market. What's been happening in the cryptocurrency lately and why is it moving sideways? Why this particular cryptocurrency is something I love more than I love my cat these days. All this in today's show. I'm your host, Syed Haider Hussain. I bring to you the latest news around cryptocurrency world. So welcome to my channel, Crypto Conversations. While you are at it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and the bell notification icon so you can get to know when the new video comes out. Guys, I'm not your financial advisor, period. So if you're looking for a financial advice to invest your capital, go seek out a professional. I'm just here to educate you on the latest views and reviews around the cryptocurrency arena. So guys, let's dive into the markets, what's been happening. Yesterday, S&P basically gave up its gains that it had at the market opening bell. It ended up losing 2% towards the day end. Market is primarily moving sideways. One day it's green, one day it's red. So there is still a lot of selling pressure. However, as I said that, bear markets are generally the markets where you actually make a lot of money because you get a lot of time to research your best projects. You get really good entry points and you can hold on and dollar cost average if your favorite cryptocurrencies go down further. Now, a lot of people were investing when most of your favorite cryptocurrency coins were at their all time high. Well, and a lot of people said that they have missed the train. Well, the train is back at the station, and this is the right time to enter into your cryptocurrency coins, the ones that you have been looking at, the ones that you have been researching. I still think that there's a little downside more, so just be careful when you are entering into your trade. You can get a better entry, probably a 30 to 40% down from current levels as well. So let's see where the markets are. Take a quick scan of what is happening in the markets. Well, if you see Asia has opened up a bit negative, obviously carrying forward from yesterday's S&P close, which was about 2% down, Dow Jones 1.56% down, and Nasdaq 2.98% down. So a lot of stocks took beating yesterday, and obviously when Asia opened up today, a similar pattern was observed. If you look at the cryptocurrency arena, uh, Bitcoin has just broken the 20,000 resistance level as I'm recording this video. Ethereum is at 119, BNB at 218. I think there's a lot of weakness in the market, but as I said, that this is where the opportunity is as well. Now, if Bitcoin goes further down, let's say around 1900 or below, I think it's a good entry point for a short-term trade. We can take a long, but again, as I said, that the notional size should be relative to your equity. The fear and greed index has improved a little, but I think as the market has opened negative today, you might witness a notch down for tomorrow's trade. So Bitcoin is still in a downward trending channel. It tried to break out in the last 3 4 days, but then again it's selling. We're witnessing a selling pressure. Until this trend reverses, I think we just need to be careful before taking some longs. We can still get better entry, probably sub 19,000 levels and sub 18,000 levels in the next few days. So guys, as Bitcoin strives to fight its territory and not give up more ground within the high 19,000s, there's certain positive news coming out from BlockFi as well. BlockFi was battling a big test of time for the last 2 weeks, but they recently got their license in Iowa to start trading stable coins, which was pending for some time. So that's the good news. So if you followed the previous episodes, I talked about the Solon debacle, which was about to unravel, where one of the largest borrowers in the Solon DeFi protocol, which is the largest DeFi protocol of the Solana ecosystem, was about to get liquidated and the prices of Solana were crashing. Well, the prices have recovered from there. However, an important news regarding that was that Binance apparently stepped in. Just like Sam from FTX stepped in to save Celsius and BlockFi, CZ decided to lend a hand to the community to avoid the Solon debacle. Now, as CZ has previously mentioned that he believes in Solana and wants to be part of that ecosystem. What this shows is that the cryptocurrency world is about network and community. We're still very early in this sphere, and as a good community, wherever people have resources, they can help to lend a hand to other ecosystems so that together they can thrive. This is extremely important, especially in the bear market, where a lot of retail investors tend to lose faith and miss on the bigger picture. I always tell people whenever they start to lose faith in Bitcoin, they should zoom out the Bitcoin price chart and see how far we have come from. So if you look at this graph, it's not the first time that the Bitcoin has dropped 60 to 70% from its all-time high. Well, as I said, that there's still a potential downside here, but I am pretty convinced that as soon as this bear market gets over and the fundamentals recover, Bitcoin is going to go up again. So guys, as I'm saying, although Bitcoin is going down, but if you see the trading view chart, the volume is also dropping, which technically means that this downside might not be as severe as what happened the last week. Because when the volume is low, the market tends to move sideways more often. So guys, why do I really like Avalanche more than my cat these days? Well, we got late on getting my male cat Oreo neutered. So, well, obviously he's marking his territory everywhere and we're cleaning the house these days. It's a lot of embarrassment. Now, if you get into Avalanche at the right entry from the current levels, I hope you wouldn't be as embarrassed as I am about my cat these days. So yes, I do love Avalanche and I would be ready to laddering in at the right prices. So let me show you what I am targeting. If you followed my last video, I showed you my top 10 coins which I am accumulating in this bear market, and Avalanche is number 5 on that. Well, at a current level of 18 or 18.37, I still think there's a 50 to 60% downside to it if Bitcoin breaks its resistance and goes down in the range of 12 to 14K. A good entry point for Avalanche would be $6 to $10, where you can dollar cost average between that. The all-time high was $147, and that's about a 20x potential. Why Avalanche? Well, Avalanche is a great smart contract platform and one of the most fastest blockchains available. So on DeFi Llama, still at number 4 for the total value locked. It is at 2.76. At the peak, the total value locked in Avalanche was about 13.5 billion, if I am correct, 13.7 billion. So it's one of the top blockchains that support DeFi platforms. And there was a time when the total value locked in Avalanche protocol or Avalanche blockchain was about 13.7 billion, which is a great number compared to Ethereum. It has come a long way and it has the potential to go back there up again. So Avalanche ecosystem is huge, covering from wallets to oracles to DeFi platforms like Pangolin and Trader Joe, tooling and dApps being built on it, NFT and gaming, metaverse, privacy, DAO, storage. So it's an all-encompassing ecosystem. It's still young, it's still new, but they want to become a big in comparison to Ethereum. So there's a lot of potential of the Avalanche ecosystem. The community is strong, the network is growing each passing day. Now, when we show an ecosystem of any blockchain, a lot of these projects might not survive a crude bear market, but the projects that are fundamentally sound will survive and will progress a lot. Avalanche at its all-time high was about $147. So if you try and get an entry about $10 to $12 into Avalanche, you're still looking at about about a 15x gain from its current prices. So guys, I will be laddering into Avalanche as the prices come down further. If you look at the trading view screen for Avalanche, it's hitting its diagonal resistance level. I still think that there's a potential for it to go down to between $10 to $12, which is about 28% down from current move. And I will be looking to laddering in between $10 to $12 for Avalanche. The bullish buying seems to be exhausted. The MACD tends to be reversing, which means that there's a potential downside leg waiting to happen. So I'll be careful. I will not be trading right now, but I will be setting up my buy limit orders between $10 and $12 for Avalanche. So guys, as I end today's video, I like to share one video from Andreas Antoine when he covered Bitcoin neutrality back in 2013. Well, he's a passionate blockchain expert and speaker, and he was talking to an empty hall back in 2013. This tells us how far we have come for people who never believed in what Bitcoin is. So whenever you are in doubt, do look back at this video. This guy is talking passionately to almost an empty room. Imagine if we were sitting in this room back in 2013, where would we would be?
The topic I want to talk about today is Bitcoin neutrality.
Literally an empty room.
Bitcoin neutrality. What does Bitcoin neutrality mean? Neutrality in Bitcoin means being able to adopt Bitcoin in any culture, any language, any religion, any geography, but also any political or economic system. So Bitcoin neutrality is about making Bitcoin a standard that is independent of your desires and expectations. This isn't a libertarian currency any more than it's a communist currency. It's a currency, and it can be applied.
Well, it's a great video. You can look it up on YouTube. I think if we were there in this room, things would have been different in our life paths. So guys, whenever you are in doubt, you should go back and look at this video of Andreas Antoine, who's a blockchain expert and a keynote speaker. He delivered this Bitcoin neutrality address back in 2013 to almost an empty hall. People obviously did not believe in the technology. People obviously thought this is just a passing fad. However, if we were in that room and we were aware at that time, things would have been different for us. So I will leave you with this video to reflect back on how things could have been if we were there in that room back in 2013. So guys, in the end, I would just like to say that as the market continues to be volatile, take care of your capital, keep your trade notional size small, pick and choose your favorite altcoins, do the research on their ecosystem, pick out the projects that have great potential, great teams, and a very, very strong community. It is actually the community and the business case that that project is trying to solve, which will help them survive in this bear market. Stay safe, trade safely. Market is looking to be a little difficult and there's a lot of selling pressure. So be careful out there while you trade. This is your host, Syed Haider Hussain. Thank you for watching my content. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification icon as I continue to bring you more and more content in the coming days.